Yo, what's up? Let's make a track like Earl Sweatshirt. I'm going for a vibe like something off of some rap songs. Tebe Ositsile, or better known as Earl Sweatshirt, is a rapper and producer born in Chicago, Illinois, but raised in Santa Monica, California. Earl is actually the child of two very prestigious people. His mother, Cheryl Harris, is a law professor at the University of California, and his father, the late Kurapeste Ositsile, was a poet and political activist from South Africa. Earl began rapping when he was in the 7th grade, and he would release music on MySpace under the name Sly Tendencies, heavily influenced by artists like Jay-Z and MF Doom. In 2009, a certain artist who goes by the name Tyler the Creator reached out to him and told him he was a fan, and soon after he would don the name Earl Sweatshirt and join the Odd Future collective. At 16 years old, he dropped his debut project, Earl, a mixtape produced almost entirely by Tyler the Creator. Now, this tape is very raw, very edgy, and very early Odd Future, but it was pivotal in the rise of the collective and their influence in the rap game. And most importantly, it showed the masses that Earl can rap. But after its release, Earl disappeared for over a year.
No, come back!
It was later revealed that his mother sent him away to Samoa to attend a school for at-risk youth. Once he returned, Earl signed a deal with Columbia Records and dropped Doris in 2013, creating some of his most popular songs to date. This project showed a more personal side to Earl as well, changing the perception of him from a shock value artist to an insanely talented lyricist and producer. He followed up this album with I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside in 2015, really digging into that dark, minimal, and eerie sound that he's known for. And in typical Earl Sweatshirt fashion, he disappeared for another couple of years. He returned in 2018 with Some Rap Songs, a trippy and nostalgic lyrical epic dedicated to his late father and uncle. It's genuinely one of the most unique albums I've ever heard and definitely worthy of the praise it gets. Earl is a true anomaly in hip-hop, an artist who's never followed the trends and constantly goes against the grain, but is still widely respected by fans and artists alike. Earl Sweatshirt is a reminder that true art never goes out of style. No matter which project you're looking at, Earl Sweatshirt's music has always revolved around minimal melodic ideas and simple drum loops. His instrumental style is very stripped down and repetitive and leaves a lot of room for him to create interesting rhymes and tell complex stories. If we look at his album Some Rap Songs, he tends to use a lot of pitched and altered soul samples and gives them a gritty and glitchy vibe. It sounds like his music is being played out of a record player that was thrown out of a window. And if you're looking for online sources for samples, you can always use tracklib. This video was sponsored by Tracklib. Tracklib is an online record store designed specifically for sampling, offering quick and easy sample finding and clearance for songs from all different genres, time periods, and regions, including artists like Isaac Hayes, Louis Armstrong, and Mozart. With a constantly growing catalog of over 80,000 songs and multi-tracks, Tracklib's filter function allows you to search songs by genre, release year, and even BPM to help you find the perfect sample. For example, I found this soul song from the 70s that would fit an Earl Sweatshirt type beat perfectly. And since this song with 90% of Tracklib's catalog is under the C license, I can clear this sample for $50, which is much cheaper than the thousands of dollars it would typically take to clear a sample. And it's not just me, plenty of other artists like J. Cole, Lil Wayne, and Brockhampton have taken advantage of Tracklib's incredible service, and you can too. Using my link in the description, you can get a free 30-day subscription and 15 download credits so you can get into crate digging right away. Huge thanks to Tracklib for sponsoring this video. Let's flip this sample. So now I have this sample in FL Studio, and I found this little 8-bar section and I just looped it a bunch of times. I wanted to add some wear and tear, so I'm using Origin to add some vinyl static and pitch movement. Some of Earl's songs have the samples playing at either really high or really low pitches, giving the vocals in the sample these loud and wailing sounds, so I had to mess with the sample so much that it bears a little resemblance to the original song. First, I pitched the sample up 600 cents and used the triplet gross beat preset. But that wasn't enough. I then layered slow-mo, which works like gross beat, and chopped and slowed the sample even more. So now I chopped the triplets back into 4/4 time signature. I added an EQ to boost the lows. I used this drum loop I had. And I put OTT on the master to glue everything together. And that's pretty much the whole beat. Earl Sweatshirt is truly one of the most impressive lyricists of our generation. On a surface level, his lyrics seem shrouded in riddles and mystery, and his delivery is often low energy and mellow, so it does come off a bit odd to the average listener. But the more you look into it, you can tell how much time and detail he puts into his writing. He uses a lot of metaphors in his lyrics, creating many interesting comparisons between him, his upbringing, and his mental health. He's also really good at making double entendres. For example, choke up on the slugger for home run-ins, making a metaphor for baseball but also for home invasions. He's also really good at making multi-syllabic rhyme schemes, very similar to one of his inspirations, MF Doom. He'll have entire sentences rhyme exactly with the following bar. For example, on his song Shattered Dreams, he says, "Get some more ribbons for the born winners from the jump. Niggas don't listen till their whole mission was a bust." This dude is an alien. And I'm gonna be real, I don't think I could truly capture his rapping style as cleverly as he does. I can't outdo the doer. I'll try my best. On an engineering level, his vocals sound like he's performing live on a stage and have this warm, saturated feel with a subtle delay, similar to reggae-style dub vocals. For my song, I used Origin to add some saturation to my voice, and I used this altered radio EQ preset to make my vocals sound less clean. I also routed them to Echo Boy for that nice slap delay. I had to get paid minimum wage, I keep it a buck. Back in the day, I was selfish as fuck. I had to get paid minimum wage, I keep it a buck. Back in the day, I was selfish as fuck. Real talk. Earl Sweatshirt is an artist I was actually sleeping on for a really long time. Now I know that sounds bad. I did listen to a lot of his popular tracks like Chum and Hive back in the day, but I never really gave the rest of his discography a listen. I tried listening to some rap songs back when it came out, but it just didn't resonate with me at the time. But now that I'm older, I can really appreciate his music on a more personal level, which is one of the really interesting things about Earl as an artist. For the most part, his music aged really well. I listened to all of his projects back to back as preparation for this video, and all of his albums still have a great sound and very prominent identity. I'm a huge fan of Earl now, and I'm very excited for his newest album. That's pretty much it. Earl Sweatshirt the GOAT. Skeletons in my closet, memories keep me honest, felonies on my conscience. Mary gon' keep me coughing, I feel it straight through my chest. Needed time to reflect on my journey straight through the west. Had me jumping off the deep end, pressure got me depressed. Anytime I seem stressed, I cut it off like seamstress. I needed a push, like I was popping the clutch. I rolled a spliff and all the kush got me coughing too much. I had to get paid minimum wage, I keep it a buck. Back in the day, I was selfish as fuck. I pumped the fake, I had them jumping the gun. I might parade on how I cherish my luck. I play it safe, I think I argued enough, cause I'm arguably the GOAT. Trauma, I need to cope. Been through hell and high water, just trying to keep afloat. But half of the mastic stink, half of you rappers stink. Been keeping it to myself, but the battery acid leaking. Switching up like the seasons, ain't switching for family's sake. Had to keep the real close, I might drown or cast away. Life been throwing cheap shots, they be curving right out the way. We ain't ever see it coming, but we make it out straight.